Hey everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of NuStrength Sugar Babes. And on this show, we are all about helping women build bodies they love while freeing them from crappy restrictive diets and binge eating. So today we've got the lovely Rachael. She is a mother of two. She's also a nurse and a shift worker. So she's been in our program over 12 weeks now. How long have you been in the program? 14, 15 maybe?
Yeah, be about that.
Yeah. And you actually worked with me at the start one-on-one, and you are an amazing client because you're still a client. But you were great. Like, you came in from a background probably pretty similar to me, like ridiculous training, heaps of cardio, eating the fucking cock and broth diet, like the bird food.
Awful.
Yeah. And you came in and you just, like, it was the opposite to basically of what you were doing, but you did it. You implemented everything, even though you're a shift worker. You weren't like making excuses about I can't do this, it's too hard. Because I've done shift work and it's hard. It's really hard.
It's hard.
I didn't have kids. And I'm like, I can't even imagine. I was like, how do you do it some days? So you have been incredible. So I'm not surprised at how you've got such great results because you were really consistent and you did everything. So you've been awesome and you still are awesome. So if you could just tell the viewers, what were the issues you're experiencing before you found the program? So basically, why did you join?
Yeah. Well, I joined because I felt like I was absolutely flogging myself all the time. I was restricting during the week, and I remember waking up and going, okay, today I'm going to only eat this much, and I'm going to do 2 lots of training, and I'm going to be amazing for it. And because I am a shift worker, it's really important, not to feel shit all the time. And I was really, really, really feeling shit because I was tired, because I was completely overtraining. I got diagnosed with Hashimoto thyroiditis, and I'd done a bit of research into that and seeing you can eat yourself better. And I was having heaps of gut issues, I was always bloated. No matter what, I was like, I don't know why, but I am so bloated. And so they were really my main issues, was flogging myself, bloating, and fatigue. Was the biggest things why I joined. And I was like, it's got to be something better than what I'm doing right now.
I remember too, what were your calories when you tracked them when you first started? They were really low, hey?
Oh, I think it was one day I tracked them was 1,100 calories, and then maybe it was 1,300. So I wasn't eating. I just was really inconsistent with food, and I'd work a night shift and go pretty much all night and eat a snack here and there, and then go to bed for the day and wake up and try and do it all again. But you just had no fuel in your body because I was barely eating. I was just expecting my body to perform. It just doesn't work.
No, it's crazy. And look, I think we actually got a few other clients with Hashimoto's, and it's probably from the crazy dieting and the but it's so funny. No one says that to you.
No.
It makes so much sense.
They're here, take these tablets for the rest of your life. It's really, that's not the end goal, is to be taking tablets your whole life and feeling a bit off.
Yeah, it's crazy. And because what were you eating before you joined the program? What sort of food were you eating?
I was the greens and your turkey mince and your chicken breast, which I hate. It was nothing worse, and you're like, oh God, I've got to eat that again. It's your body was rejecting it as you were shoveling it in your mouth, and you're like, okay, that's meal 1 of 6. I've got to do that another 6 times. And then by the time I got to the weekend, I was like, I cannot do this again. And then I'd just party and eat whatever I wanted for 2 days, and then on Monday again I'd go, right, it's time to get fit and healthy, shredded, and go on these ridiculous and protein shakes. I'd go and on protein shakes and be juicing, and it's just, and then I'm still feeling shit. and not getting the results I wanted.
So your body, talk about your body. Like what were you trying to, what was your goal? Like what were you trying to achieve with your body?
I just wanted to be strong because I love training. But I wanted to shred fat. Like felt like I was doing everything that I knew how to do, and it just wasn't working. Or like I'd lose weight and then I just put it straight back on, or a little bit more than what I'd taken off, because it was unsustainable. So like I was kind of like that yo-yo, lose weight, put it on, lose weight, put it on. Because it was just, it was terrible.
It's the worst.
It's the worst.
So now we've talked about the worst. Talk about the results. Talk about the improvements and results you've seen since you've started.
Yeah, crazy. So I found the program to be super easy to stick to. It's not restrictive at all because I got to eat so much food. But
what are your calories at now? So you've gone from
2,000 calories.
So you've gone from 1,100 to 2,000.
Yeah.
And how much weight have you lost?
7 kilos.
It's incredible.
And then it was literally falling off me. Like the more I ate, like I jumped on the scales. I was like, 1 week I think I lost 2 kilos in that week, and I was like, that is just crazy. That doesn't work. Like,
what is this witchcraft?
And so many people were like, yeah, geez, you're eating a lot, or they'd be like, oh, you're having juice. Like it was just such a foreign thing for people to be seeing me eating all these beautiful food. And I was getting comments left, right and center. They're like, what are you doing? Because you are looking incredible. And I was like, I'm eating
real food,
the right food, it was probably because I am a shift worker and like work some crazy hours in PC. I found it was super easy. Just you knew what you could eat. So I just grab it quickly and then go off to work, and I'd have all my food and I felt good. Like immediately I had no bloating within a few days. I had a flat stomach. Like, when you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh, I've got a flat stomach. And then by the end of the day, you're like, oh, I'm bloated and feel shit. I wasn't. I was like getting towards the end of the day and I was like, I still have a flat stomach. Yeah. So for me, that's been the biggest win, is to be able to know what to eat, to fuel your body, to make it feel good, to sleep good, not to be bloated, to have the energy to do what I need to do. And I felt like I trained so much better for it as well. And I think I told you once, and I was like, God, I love not doing cardio. I love not flogging myself.
How good
it's still hard workout, but it's like a different intensity. It's you're not like you're absolutely flogged all the time.
Yeah. And probably because you're eating more food too.
Yeah.
Eating more food. So you're training just 3 days a week now, hey?
Yeah, just 3 days a week.
Crazy.
I have so much more time.
Oh, I know. And can you ever imagine going back to what you were doing?
No, like it's crazy. And I've still got people going, so you do no cardio?
Yeah, and you eat.
I was like, oh, I'll go for a walk. Is that cardio? And I was like, no, I don't.
You drink juice? Like you can't drink that. It's just full of sugar.
It's just full of sugar. Sugar
I know.
So bad. And they're like, oh, it's so much sugar.
Wow.
And I was like, yeah, but
keep eating your green vegetables.
But look at me.
Yeah. I know. It's so good. It's just so nice to, like, do you feel quite free? Like free from the restriction and like with the food?
Yeah, sorry, it's just cutting in and out a little bit there.
Yeah, it's just a little, the internet's a little bit bad today. Yeah, do you feel like quite free? Like it's freed you from that? Oh,
it has absolutely freed me, because I kind of, like I really got my head into it and read everything all the information you guys gave me, and kind of set out all my food and stuff. And I just felt like now I can eat responsibly and make great choices without having to be so restricted with everything and not have that guilt of, you know, when you eat something that is not allowed because it's not chicken and broccoli. Yeah, so I think that has been great. Like, I really do feel like I have a lot of freedom in what I can eat, and it all fits into my day in the end. And I go out with friends and still like make the best choices, and
you can still have a life. Like, you still
have a life, and that's what it's all about. Like, that's, I think, where I've come undone before, is because it was so restrictive, and that lifestyle's not me. Like, I want to have fun with my friends and family, and I'm busy, and I don't have time for the crap. I just want to feel good, all the time, which I do now.
So good. Yeah. So good. It makes me so happy when I hear stuff like this.
Yeah.
And some of the objections we get for women who are thinking about doing our program, number one is money. They think that, you know, I don't want to invest this money into myself. What would you say to that?
I think that would be a really poor choice of it. It's just an excuse, and you're worth investing that money in. I don't think it's expensive to feel amazing and have your body respond. And, you know, like, how much is it worth to sleep solidly at night, for your body to be like glowing and to get that ideal body and be able to train hard? And I just don't think the money is like it really, it's worth every single cent, and I'd pay more.
Would you say it's changed your life?
Oh, completely. I think it really has changed my mindset as well. Like, I feel like I don't have to always have that in the back of my head that like, I feel like I'm just living life now without having the restrictions in place. And
it's like,
I'm not going to eat that.
Totally. It like consumed you. Like, it's like free.
It's completely consumed me before. Like, it was all I thought about. And that sounds super vain, and but I'm sure other people are in that position where they just weren't reaching their goals, or just feeling like it's unattainable. But it's really not unattainable. It's so achievable, and it's just that consistency.
Totally.
And knowing what to do. Yeah.
And now you'll be able to comment on this one, but some women are like, I don't have time to fit that into my busy life, and you've got 2 kids and you're a shift worker. What would you say to that?
I think it's easier to have something in front of you and to know what to do and be educated, because that takes away that, you know, like, it's such a poor excuse to go, I don't have time, because if you can spare like a few minutes each day just to get your like food and stuff sorted, or like maybe an hour on the weekend just to do a proper shop and have the food in your house, the right choices. I just found, if anything, it saved me time, because I just filled my fridge with everything that was nourishing and beautiful, and I knew, like, I don't know, like, it's crazy. Like, I feel like I'm probably one of the most time poor people I know, but this fit into my life and gave me more time, if that makes any sense. Like, I'm not training as hard, food's easy, like, I just know what I'm going to eat, so I just pick it up and run.
Totally.
Yeah.
It gives you
I think it's such a cop-out to say that you don't have time, because you should have time to make your life and your body better.
Totally.
Yeah.
You don't understand until you do it. Like, I remember doing this program with Emma Skarauskas, like the nutrition part of it. And if I knew then what I know now and how much it was going to change, I would have paid like $500,000. Like, it's just, it was life changing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously so much. I left my job in mining and I'm doing this now because it's just so exciting. Like, to do these interviews with women like you who sit here and say that, like, it's just so rewarding, because it really does. Like, it's fucking food. It just, I think there's plenty of women out there who are the same as us, who consumes them. And the last one is that a lot of women are like, oh, is this just going to be like every other online program that I've ever done? How would you like compare this to other programs, online programs?
I feel like this hasn't been an online program, because I've had so much support from you and Craig and the whole team, like Win at Life team. Everyone is so supportive, and you're really not alone. Like, it's so flexible. You can just, you know, go through it at your own pace, and like fit bits and pieces in, a little bit in the morning, a little bit at night. Like, it's just so, like, excuse me. I just think that compared to other online programs who just give you a bunch of information and goes, yeah, go for it, we'll check in at the end. I felt like you guys really spoon-fed the information bit by bit, so it's not like a big overwhelming thing to get all at once and feel completely. And if you did feel overwhelmed, like, there was always someone there to answer a question, whether it be like a big question or something that seemed really silly. Someone always had your back, which has been great.
And finally, if a woman's sitting on the fence going, should I do this, shouldn't I, what would you say? What advice?
Oh, just do it. You can only gain out of it. Like, you will never regret that decision. Just go for it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Rachel. Thank you for being on the program. And if you're a woman and you're watching this and you're stuck and just want to eat real fucking food and not flog yourself in the gym anymore and just live again and focus on the things that really matter, then click on the link below and put in an application to work with us. Myself or one of the coaches will get on a phone call and we'll just see where you're at and see whether or not our program can help you, because we don't take everyone. We only want to work with women who actually want to change their lives and do the work. So that was really awesome, Rachel. Thank you so, so much, and have a fantastic rest of your week. And I will see you. I'll see you in the group, in the program, one of the calls. But I'm sure I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, thanks, cool. Kitty.
All right, bye.
Bye.